Welcome to True Power, home of the most powerful marketing tools, training, and technology on planet Earth. Get ready to earn, enjoy, and experience more than you ever dreamed was possible. If you're tired of just getting by and ready to really thrive, then buckle in and listen up. Here's your host, Matt Fox.
Welcome to the True Power Pro pre-launch overview. To get started, the first thing that you will do is log in using your provided credentials. Once you are logged in, the system will open to your home screen where you can view the status of everything that you have going on within the platform. You'll be able to view at a glance the status of all the customers that you have never contacted before, customers you are currently prospecting, deals that are in progress, deals that you're closing, deals that have been won and lost, not only for today, but as well for month to date and reflecting from last month, which would in this case be March, or year to date, as well as over the lifetime that you've been with True Power. You will also see a list down below of leads and their current status that you will be currently working on. And so as you are provided additional leads within your database, you'll find that this list will continue to get larger and larger. Taking you to the top of the menu, some things to point out is you have this first button is where you're going to access your customer leads. For your leads, your sales matrix, an appointment board. If you happen to have some personal contacts or a warm market that you're wanting to add into the database, you can add a new lead. You're going to have a calendar for all of your appointments, and some of the tools that are going to be available are the dialer matrix as well as email matrix, as well as being able to have access to the help desk where you can put in a support ticket and follow up and have a historical data of everything that you've done and reporting back from different topics on the help desk, as well as documents that are available. And I think we'll start there and kind of work our way back there a little bit. So under the Documents tab, if you click that, it is going to bring up important information that you have available. For example, on the solar program, there is going to be documents available that can help you in your prospecting and closing efforts in dealing with the free solar program. As far as the utility audit, you've got all kinds of good information available to you for the utility audit, as well as the True Power platform. A lot of important, valuable information there. And so all of this is going to be available, and I'm sure there might be some other categories that will be added a little bit later. That is all under the Documents tab. So going over to the help desk. This provides you the ability to request certain things or to follow up or get assistance that you need on anything within the system or closing. If you need some assistance, simply add a new ticket. And from here, you can select the type of ticket. So if you have you're wanting to request an audit update, some help with maybe the auction or custom pricing for a commercial customer, some enrollment status or confirmations, changes to the subscription for that customer, call monitoring requests, which we'll get into in just a moment, commission questions, cancellation on a customer, And then if a customer called and maybe you were on the phone, it went to support for some reason and you need to follow up with that customer, support can also refer that customer back to you. So once you've selected what type of ticket you're going to be requesting information about, you can select the priority from normal to medium to a rush, and whether there is a lead in reference to this ticket item. And so if there is, you can look up whether it's the company, by state, however you want to search for that particular customer. In this example, we've only got one customer in here for this training exercise. So if I were to start putting in South Fork, then it would automatically attach that customer information to the support ticket. You could put in a subject as well as a description as to what it is that you need from support in regards to this audit update request. You can also upload files. So if there's any pertinent information that needs to be attached to it, then you can certainly upload that. All you need to do is add a ticket, and then it's going to show all of the new tickets that you have available, open tickets, tickets that are in progress. If support needs additional information from you, you'll have that. It'll show up in here. And then, of course, all past tickets that have been resolved. So nothing gets deleted from the system. That way you've got a track record of what happened, what was said, who did it, and what the current status is. And so I think that's going to be really beneficial for you, especially when you're needing to reach out to support for additional help. Now, under the Tools tab, you've got some dialer matrix and email matrix, which we'll go back to here shortly. Going to the calendar. When you're scheduling appointments with a customer and you're needing to follow up with that customer, you can certainly do so by following through, adding an event, looking at your calendars, and you're going to get more into that as we start looking at the lead. So if you wanted to add a new lead or a new customer, maybe somebody that you met on the street or so somebody in your warm market, then you would have the ability to go ahead and then add that customer into the platform. Otherwise, when you start your day out, when you come into the system, it's going to open up like this. And you just simply go up here to your leads and click the leads tab. You're going to start with leads that you haven't contacted, and then customer contact information. And of course, as you have additional customers and we load that up, you'll see a couple of buttons right here, which will allow you to progress to the next customer. So this is pretty simple and pretty straightforward. So here's the customer information, the company name, the customer's first and last name. Now, once I've spoken to that customer and I know what their job title is, then I'm going to want to update that information, the current address of that customer. If I want to take a look at that on Google Maps, I can certainly click that button. It is going to pull up a map so that I can actually see the location of this customer. I can go to a satellite view, and I can scroll in. This is actually South Fork, where the TV show Dallas was filmed. But from here, you can do a lot of things as far as looking at the street level. But for me, it's just important to be able to see the business that I'm looking at. What does it look like from the outside? Is it a business that is in somebody's home, or is it a business that is actually in a large building or what have you? You have your Google Maps and you've got the customer's business number. All you need to do is click this green button to dial. And you can see right away that it is going to start dialing the customer. I'm going to hang up. And from here, you have several choices. So as soon as you're done with the call, you can result that call. That's how you make a call, is simply by clicking this green button. And then once that call is resulted, then it will show up down in the bottom here. You can see that it shows that we placed the call. The duration was for 7 seconds. The call outcome was nothing selected. So whatever results you choose is going to automatically be added into the notes. All of the calls are recorded, so if you want to go back and listen to the recordings, you can certainly do so by clicking play. And all of that recording is going to be available on all calls, which is really nice, especially if you're talking to a customer. That customer gives you a lot of data, their email, their phone number, all kinds of stuff. And if you're trying to write that down, rather than asking the customer to repeat themselves, 123 Main Street, oh, is that street or drive, going back and forth, let the customer give you the data as quickly as they want. When the call is over, you can go back, play the call back, and listen to those details for anything that you might need to update on the customer contact information. And that way it'll just take less time on the phone. You can always review that information after the call. So nice to have that call recording feature so that all of your calls are recorded. So if there is an issue, it is going to be a record of it. So that's going to be very nice for you. Moving down, you have obviously some other places to add the customer's mobile numbers, some alternate numbers, the customer's email address and an alternate email address, their website address, any utility expenses will automatically be populated in there by the database depending on that customer's usage. So it should show you approximately how much that customer uses on an annual basis. And so that should show up in the utility expenses. And then, of course, you have some fields that you can input information so that you can keep record of what you're doing with that customer. So if you do a deal that has upfront commission or an estimated monthly revenue, how much is that going to be? And, what is the term of the contract? How long is it? What was the new rate on the new contract? If they have any social media sites that you want to include in the contact information for whatever reason, then you have that available. So now let's go to using the email. So the email is going to be pretty straightforward. So you've got the customer's email address in there. And so when you click email, it is going to open up an email dialog box, which is going to provide you the ability to select from a template. It will automatically populate the information in there. It'll put the customer's name in there for you. It will fill everything out for you. Now, here's what's important. Every single link in this email is tracked. And so if the customer clicks on any link, it doesn't matter whether it's social media, whatever link that they click on, it is going to track their usage and let you know. So let's just go ahead and send this email. Okay, so email sent. So now let's open up our email client, assuming that I actually sent that email to myself so that you could see how that works. So when the customer gets the email and they open the email, it is going to immediately alert you on your side that the customer is now looking at the email. And so you'll see a pop-up on your screen letting you know that that customer is now looking at that email. So as soon as they open that email, you'll see this pop-up screen. The email has been opened. And now you have an opportunity to call the customer and say, hey, have you had a chance to take a look at that email? Oh, yeah, as a fact, I was just going in it right now. Perfect timing. So this is going to be really good for your marketing efforts to know the moment a customer opens that email, it's going to send you a little pop-up window right here and let you know that the customer is actually doing it. And that pop-up will stay up for 5 minutes unless you X it out to go away. Now, what are some of the other functions? Well, I got the email. And so I look here and say, okay, well, I click on this link. When I click on that link to go to the information that is provided within that link, the platform is going to automatically provide me a update on my side to let me know that that customer has clicked on that link. That is going to be so helpful to you in your marketing strategy or in your day-to-day marketing. And if you'll notice down here in the bottom, it already registered that the customer had opened the email, what the title of the email is, and so forth. So when you're looking at your matrix, you'll be able to see that information in your email matrix, which we'll look at here in a moment. The other thing is when you're talking to the customer, we'll be adding some additional tabs here, but so you'll be able to see that you have the audit script. So you'll be able to click once you're talking to the customer, click on the audit script. You've got the script right there on screen available. You don't have to print it. As you're going through, you can ask certain questions to the customer and it will report back to on the contact information screen. So this is going to be very helpful in getting the information that you need. So you've got the script, common answers to certain objections, closing questions and things like that. But ultimately at the end of the day, being able to have that ability to click a button, make the call, get the results, and all of that information is tracked and recorded in your notes, as well as any emails that you send out. Every single link is tracked and provided information as to how long that customer was looking at certain things. So if you had a couple links on the email and you can see that they were reviewing a PDF for 20 minutes, or they were looking at something else for 15 minutes, obviously whatever it is that they were looking at for a longer duration of time would put more value and more weight on it. And so that's going to be very beneficial to you. And of course, if you need to schedule an appointment to go back with this customer, all you need to do is click either add a task or add an appointment. And so it's really pretty simple. What is the start time? And so you've got a calendar here that you can say, okay, I need to talk to this customer on the 29th and at what time. And so you can set that either to now or set it to a specific future date and then click done. And go ahead and add that to the event. That way, when it comes up, it will automatically alert you. And so when you see all of the things that you have going on in progress, it is going to automatically provide you that information. The other thing to note, if you were on another call with that customer, with another customer, and you saw that pop up from the customer that they now open their email, the very second that you hang up the phone with that customer, all you got to do is click that pop up, and it will bring that customer's information up to you. Also, if the customer is calling you, it will pop up and show you who is calling before you answer the phone, so that all you need to do is click on the pop-up and it will bring you to the customer's information in the CRM, as well as answer the phone for you. So a lot of good, valuable tools to have all under one platform. In the leads matrix, under the matrix, you'll be able to actually take and look at, how much talk time you have, any kind of notes, lead updates, everything that you need, email sent, read, received, appointment sent, set, send, seen, and confirmed. Getting tongue-tied. And so all of that information is going to be available to you underneath the sales matrix. Under tools, you will have some email matrix where you can look at how well are your leads doing. How well are your emails are doing. And so you will be able to see the delivery rate, open rate, click rate, instant reply rate, any bounces or failure rates. And so all of that information is going to be available here for you, as well as being able to look at your template matrix, visitor tracking. So anybody goes to the website, you'll be able to track that visitor, what they're looking at and everything. So that's going to be really good for you under the email matrix. Under the dialer matrix, similarly, you'll be able to track and monitor all the calls that you have going. You can listen to the recordings, what time of day or what day and what time the calls are made, the number that it was sent out to, whether it was outbound, inbound, and then what was the outcome of that call. And so as you're going through and you need to go back and find something, this is going to make it a lot easier for you to do so. As well as being able to have all of your activities so that you can see what's going on. We're in the process right now of actually creating a voicemail drop, so that if you do get their answering machine or voicemail, you'll be able to click a button and have a pre-recorded message that can drop right into their voicemail, so that you can go on to the next call and you don't have to spend a lot of time with redundant leaving of messages. And so the voicemail drop is going to be a nice benefit to you as well within the CRM. I think that everything that we're doing to provide you a much better tool to be able to work with your customers and prospects is providing a huge amount of value. And we're excited about launching this. I just wanted to give you kind of a peek behind the curtain, so to speak, as to what is coming. We're hoping to have all of everything ready to go to launch for May 1st, a new TruePower Pro platform. And I think it's pretty exciting, all of the things that we are going to be tying into one platform where you'll be able to control so much more. Thank you for taking time to watch this overview, and we're excited about launching May 1st. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon.